Thank you for watching. We are in conversation with Dr. Selda Gunsel, Vice President, Global Commercial Technology of Shell. Dr. Gunsel, thank you for speaking to Autocar Professional. Tell us the way where we stand today in the world. The energy consumption is going to grow only higher and at a very fast rate. How is Shell planning to tackle this issue which is staring at the society today?
Okay, thanks for the question. As Shell, we are very much involved with developing solutions to meet the energy challenge. As you mentioned, energy demand is expected to double by 2050. This is primarily driven by increase in world's population as well as prosperity and increased rate of urbanization. Today our population is 7 billion. It's expected to go up to 9 billion by 2050. Again, today 50% of world population lives in big cities. This is expected to go up to 75%. And as the population increases, of course, mobility needs increase. And power generation as well as transport sector is today accountable for producing 50% of CO2 emissions in the world. So looking into the future, we know we will need more energy. We will also need clean energy because more energy means more emissions, which we can't afford due to environmental stresses. And also we need to use energy efficiently, the energy we got today more efficiently. So in Shell we are focusing on all three areas. We are looking at technologies that can help improve efficiency of the existing technologies today. We are also looking at alternative energies. This includes biofuels and gaseous fuels, for example, LNG or gas-to-liquid technologies. And we believe that the challenge is very large and we need to look at a diverse portfolio of solutions, and we believe that the best way to optimize solutions is through co-engineering and partnerships with other industry stakeholders as well as universities.
I want to come to that about co-engineering with OEMs especially, but before that I want to understand, I believe Shell is now working on developing a type of diesel from gas, is it?
Yes,
could you throw some light on by when will you commercialize it?
Yes, a very good question. As you know, natural gas is one of the fossil fuel sources. However, it is much more clean as compared to petroleum. And we have a lot of natural gas resources around the world. And we have developed this technology, which is called gas-to-liquids technology, which allows us to take clean burning natural gas and convert it to hydrocarbons, such as fuels and lubricant base oils, that are normally obtained from distillation or processing of petroleum. So through this gas-to-liquids GTL process, we are able to produce diesel, for example, that's very clean because natural gas doesn't have any metals, any sulfur, any heavy aromatics. Therefore, it burns much more cleaner as compared to conventional diesel. Through this process, we can also make GTL kerosene for jet fuel applications. And we also make GTL base oils, which are the main ingredients that go into finished lubricant formulations. And we've seen great benefits of GTL-based finished lubricant formulations. We have built a world-scale plant in Qatar, and we started operating it in 2012. So today we are able to produce, GTL jet fuel, GTL diesel, as well as GTL base oils from our plant in Qatar. We've commercialized GTL diesel currently in Europe, in Holland and Germany, and we are planning to expand it globally to meet the needs.
Does it include India also? Because the kind of population growth that we are going to witness, especially in the auto sector, this could be a good way to kind of combat the environment issues, isn't it?
Yes, because again, GTL fuel burns much more cleanly as compared to conventional fuel, and it can certainly improve, for example, in urban transport conditions, it can improve air quality significantly, and it is a relatively new fuel, so we've introduced it in some of these test markets, and depending on the result, we of course will look at other options.
So India will also be in your radar?
Probably. I'm not that close to that, the marketing plans, but I am aware of the fact that currently we are testing it in the Netherlands and in Germany, and depending on the results we get from the real field, I'm sure there will be.
Could you give us any ballpark figure in how much of reduction, say, in the CO2 emissions in the GTL and in the regular diesel, for example?
Yeah, we've done a lot of field trials, trials in big cities. We've done it in Beijing, we've done it in some of the larger cities around the world. And depending on the driving conditions and the particular engine technology, we can see up to 50% improvement in tailpipe emission reductions.
That's a significant
in SO, sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides.
That's a significant reduction.
That's a significant, yes.
And talking about co-engineering, you shared a very interesting example of how you worked with TAFE and increased the interval of oil change. Could you throw some more light on how did you achieve at that? And are there any such more examples that is taking place in India?
Okay. Yes, in India we are active in all the key sectors. India is a critical market for us, and we have partnerships in passenger car applications as well as commercial vehicles and industrial OEMs. MC motorcycle segment is very critical. I believe today India represents the number two
second
largest in the world, and more importantly, Indian OEMs are expanding aggressively globally, and therefore they are requiring cutting-edge technology to differentiate themselves from competition. So we think that we can bring some competitive edge to our customers in India through our motor oil engine technology. And in the commercial vehicles space, we work very closely with Tata, and we have access to their next generation fuel efficient engines. We have the ability to take those engines, bring them into our lab, and do a number of tests using these engines and develop lubricants that are fit for purpose for these engines operating under Indian driving conditions. So our goal is to simulate the local conditions as much as possible in the lab as a design input into developing fuel efficient lubricants. So our work with Tata resulted in development of heavy duty engine oils that have improved fuel efficiency.
And the motorcycle oil, the tech center which is set up in Bangalore, which is very new, what kind of role, does it also have a global role to play? Could you throw some light on what are the areas it's working on?
Yes, so this motorcycle engine or motorcycle engine oil development showcase in Bangalore will really act as a global technology platform for us. We will be able to bring in customers, we will be able to interact with them, not only to showcase our knowledge and expertise in this area, but also to learn from them, because I believe that it's really important for us to develop technical customer intimacy with the customers in the local markets. We can't do this by sitting in our labs in Houston or in Hamburg. We have to be here on the ground, close to our customers, so we can understand their needs, we can develop better customer insights, and therefore offer better solutions.
So could we expect, say, in the coming years, motorcycle oils, engine oils developed by the tech center in India for motorcycle OEMs in India and other emerging markets?
Sure, absolutely. That's really our intention. We have a global network of laboratories, in the US, in Europe, in Bangalore, and we are building a new center in Shanghai. And all of these labs work together on global technology platforms, and some of them are dedicated to a specific area that's very relevant for that region. But in any case, there's always knowledge exchange and sharing between different labs. We actually take scientists and engineers from one lab and send them to another continent or a country. We do a lot of staff exchanges because we feel that we can learn a lot by understanding local challenges and translating them to global solutions.
How big is the team at the MCO in MCO Tech Center in Bangalore?
It's currently a small team because we are just in the process of establishing, but our technology center in Bangalore is a significant investment. Currently we have about 900 people working there, and we bought a big piece of land near the Bangalore airport, and we are building a new Shell Technology Center Bangalore, which will open at the end of 2015. Initially, when we brought our technology centers to India, we didn't have our own facilities, so we are operating in leased facilities today. So we have some limitations in terms of how much expansion we can have with the current leased facilities. So our goal is to have our own technology center and expand it. I think the current plan is to go up to around 1,500 engineers and scientists.
By 2015 or so?
By the end of 2015.
So this will service all segments, not only two-wheelers?
Yes, exactly.
All segments.
It's really focusing research not only on downstream products, but also upstream. And we really want to leverage the great engineering talent that's available in India and benefit from that talent pool.
And also that would also help Shell address the issue of the challenge that we face at the retail market, wherein I mean Shell is still not a big name in the Indian market. That should help address that issue, shouldn't it?
Well, I hope so too, because I think as a company, our vision is to become the most competitive and most innovative energy company in the world. I think India plays a very big role in this vision. But I'm really excited to say that technological innovation is a key business enabler in Shell. I mean, it's absolutely seen as a business enabler, and as a scientist and an engineer, I really love to work in an environment where technology is seen as a key growth enabler, and it's great to have technology in the DNA of our company, and we know that the future growth of our business will come from Asia Pacific, and countries like China and India will be very important.
How much is the contribution to your overall business from Asia Pacific currently?
Not going to be able to say that. All I can say is in the lubricants area, US is currently the #1 market, followed by China. And if you look at the reports, it's anticipated that 50% of the lubricant growth in the foreseeable future, by 2020, will come from Asia Pacific countries. So it's China, it's India, Philippines, Indonesia, and Thailand.
At Autocar Professional, we'll keep a track of Shell's growth in this region, and wish you all the best with your plans.
Okay.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much, and thanks
thank you
for
very
your
much
interest.
for watching.